What's up, world? I think we're in Kentucky, and it's actually past my bedtime. Just kidding, but when you have kids, you do go to bed early. We're on our way to Nashville, and excited. Forgot to do some cool stuff. We're meeting with a production company tomorrow, and I don't know, anything's possible, you know? Anything's possible when you let God speak to you, you dream it, you see it, you do it, and so expect some big things tomorrow. So what's this awesome song you discovered today?
It's called, what was it, Fountain of Youth. It's pretty awesome.
Why is it so awesome? And why is it why was it meant to be discovered today?
It's meant to be discovered today.
Hey, you know what?
Let's play it.
Let's not just talk about it. Let's listen to it.
Let's go back. Folks, it's safest to navigate your songs.
We are not paid to say these things by SEU Worship.
But we'd love
But
to
someday
be.
we will. Here we go. Listen closely. The techno beats of the Dream On Party here in the USA. Coming out of these speakers. This is exactly what thunder has sounded like.
Oh, yeah.
All my life I was searching for the truth. An endless chase for the fountain of my youth. Yeah. Of all I found at the end of my pursuit.
We got an email this morning that the guys down here wanted to meet tomorrow morning, and so you know, of course, like anyone would say, sure, yeah, we'll be there. So we both miraculously got off work.
We were told this would be next week,
yeah.
Then they're like, how about tomorrow?
Yeah.
And we're like, tomorrow might work. Let's see if we can get off work. And then they're like, what about tomorrow 8 a.m.? So, a few logistical kinks we had to work out, but, you know,
Yeah.
Jesus is Lord. So.
Yes. So, not to mention our wonderful wives that said, honeys, go for it. Just go for it. So, we jumped in Jordan's little buggy that, praise the Lord, gets like 33 miles a gallon.
31.7.
31.7 right now. We're going up a mountain, so it's a little bad, 32. But ate Chick-fil-A, and it's about midnight, which it's about midnight their time, but it's like 1 in the morning back in Ohio. So we seem to do everything either late at night or earlier in the morning, like trip-wise. So I guess I'm going to either have to drink more caffeine or we're going to have to figure out a different trip schedule. But we're excited. We're thankful. It's just something that we can never, ever try to plan or conjure up ourselves. And so if we're going to tell people to pursue their dreams to the fullest and to the biggest, that they let God dream through them, then we're going to be the examples of that. So we're excited to tell you some more tomorrow about what God does.
There's no match to the life I found in you. Filled with your love, found in your
Travel razors, bro. With no shaving cream.
Pick on.
Oh, it's gonna hurt. It's okay. It's nothing but water. Can't help. A little soap, maybe. A little soap.
Jesus, my future's found in you. Jesus, my future's found in you.
Finally made it. I think it's like 1 a.m. at home. It's like 12 here. Just got in. We're gonna hit the sack, get our beauty sleep, roll for tomorrow.
Years go by and I still know you're the truth.
We were canoeing, and every Sunday we we tried to go to like a different church while we were canoeing.
Yeah.
And we were in Tennessee, and it was like Saturday. It was like a Saturday afternoon, and we're in the boonies, and I'm like, there ain't no towns around here. And we like went around the corner, and we could see, I mean, the banks were just huge on Mississippi, and we saw like a building like up on this hill, and I was like, Johnny, there's a house, let's go talk to him. So we scurry up the side of the river, and we see this like cabin that looks a little creepy because it looks like it had been flooded out, so like no one lived there. And but then we looked farther back, there was like a barn, and there was like an ATV there or something. So we went back there, and this barn, you could hear a TV on in there, and we're like, oh boy, we're gonna knock on this door, someone could shoot us. And we're in Tennessee, and we open it up, and it's these like construction guys, and we're like, hey guys, like, we're canoeing, like, and we just kind of told them what we were doing. And they invited us. They were like bunk bed, there were beds in this barn and stuff, and they're like, hey, just stay with us and have dinner. And then they started telling us like what they were doing there. And they're like, well guys, you're on a private island owned by an Alabama senator, and we're just gonna check in with him just to make sure it's okay. So like we called him, and he said, yeah, it's good, but he's like, he already knows you're here. There's cameras in the trees and stuff. And they took us wild hog hunting. We stayed there for like 3-4 days, and drove us around the island. So that's a cool story from Tennessee from the canoe trip.
Hey man, where are we going?
Going to breakfast. Downstairs. It's so exciting.
You tired?
No, I'm actually a little amped up. I drank, I think, the first whole cup of coffee in my life. So this is a history being made.
Okay, so for some reason, Ben thinks it's like super funny, but all I have is like muddy shoes and boots, so I'm wearing no shoes, so I think it's fitting for Tennessee.
Dominating on my phone would be attached to the side of my face. How can you create something when no one out there sees it? And why continue to do it when no one else believes it? The drive to get better while you're second guessing your meaning. I'm putting pressure on myself when I don't even need it. Yeah, feeling under pressure like a coal mine. It's from my brain, so you know it's stay the whole time. Give it up, you're never reaching a goal line. The only way I won't get it is if I don't grind. Feeling under pressure like a coal mine. It's from my brain.
What just happened?
Well, we met some cool guys. They impart a lot of wisdom. They do a lot. They do a lot. Pretty much everything in the Christian music scene, and they impart a lot of wisdom into us on beginning something and properly building something, and letting God continually speak to you, and going after and continually going after the dream that God's placed in your heart. And so they invited us to continually talk to them, have more meetings. I think we're going to meet up with them here, I think in Lima, hopefully sometime soon, and we're going to go to one of the tours in Columbus and shadow them and see how actually one of the tours works and all that. So we're thankful and excited, and I'm almost speechless right now. Like, I don't know what else to say. Just thankful.
Feeling under pressure like a coal mine. It's from my brain, so you know it's stay the whole time. Give it up, you're never reaching a goal line. The only way